Gentlemen, wearing the right fragrance has the ability to change your life. Because when you find a signature scent that when you spritz it on, you're like, yo mama, I smell amazing. And then when you meet mama, she says, you smell amazing. Have sex with me now. Something like that. But seriously, the amount of compliments you will receive when you wear a fragrance that is powerful, that punches, that is impactful, but not overpowering, the perfect projection, it will literally change your life. The problem, however, is that sometimes you'll find a fragrance, you're like, damn, mama's super spicy, I love it, right? And then you wear it and you're like, yo, come on, where you at? Where the ladies at? And nobody actually notices. You spray it on yourself, and then like 3 hours later, you're like, yo, I can't tell it's even on. Gentlemen, today I'm teaching you 5 tricks to make your fragrance last longer and project better. So the first trick to get your fragrance to last longer and project better is know what you're buying. So when it comes to the intensity of the fragrance that you're actually buying, it's all about the percentage of the oils that they're using in the bottle. Here's an incredible chart that shows you the difference in the fragrance concentrations, okay? On the left, you've got the strongest. On the right, you have the weakest. The most common fragrances that you're gonna find in a store are going to be in the middle, all right? You've got EDP, EDT, and EDC. An EDP is going to have 15 to 20% concentration. An EDT, or Eau de Toilette, is going to have 5 to 15%. And an EDC, or Eau de Cologne, is going to be the weakest of the three at only 2 to 4% concentration. Now, typically, what you're going to find is that an EDP, or Eau de Parfum, the one that's like the highest concentration, is going to be more expensive than the other ones. And it kind of makes sense. They're putting more of the ingredient in the bottle. But as a result, they're typically going to last around 10 hours. Some of my favorite EDPs are Creed Aventis. Everybody loves Creed Aventis. Also, recently from Creed, I tried Green Irish Tweed. This is an EDP, and this stuff is amazing. My wife loves Green Irish Tweed. Another brand of fragrance that you guys have all heard of is Tom Ford. Now, once again, these are an EDP. They're incredibly strong and they last a while. This Tuscan Leather is ridiculous. But the downside to both Creed and Tom Ford is that they are a little bit pricey. Another EDP that I recently got is the Dior Homme Intense. This stuff, guys, I'm telling you, it is a little less expensive than the Creeds and the Tom Fords, but this Dior is ridiculous. So in terms of EDTs, all right, now they're kind of all over the board, from 5 to 15%. So some EDTs are gonna have 5, while others are going to be closer to like the EDP level, all right? An EDT that I absolutely love is Versace Eros. I gotta tell you, this is incredible. If you guys are looking for a fragrance under $50, that is absolutely, in my opinion, the most underrated fragrance of all time. It is Drakkar. Drakkar, I got a special place in my heart for Drakkar. This was around when I was young. When I was growing up, when I was a teenager, everybody who was anybody who wanted to smell incredible was rocking the Drakkar. I'm telling you, gentlemen, panty dropper. at least it was dropping my panties when I was 16. I love that damn stuff. Gentlemen, down below this video, I'm gonna link all of the fragrances that I just referenced if you wanna check them out. Also, there's gonna be a link to today's video, sponsor FragranceNet.com. Guys, FragranceNet.com, there is no better place to buy your authentic fragrances, and the reason is because they can offer you up to 80% off of retail price. They don't have brick and mortar stores. They've got over 18,000 different fragrances to pick from. And something that I'm super excited about, guys, they recently started selling these, which are travel sprayers, where you're gonna get 0.27 ounces of your favorite fragrance. Now, the cool thing is that they've got the super high-end fragrances now. So you can actually buy your Creeds in a travel sprayer, not have to spend like a few $100. So I've been using FragranceNet.com for years. They've been around since 1997. And like I said, guys, they don't have brick and mortar stores, and so they don't have all those like blown up costs. So they can offer you incredible deals on incredible fragrances. Guys, hit the link down below and go check them out. There's also gonna be a discount code. 30% off. 30% off. Gentlemen, so if it's time to stock back up on your favorite signature scent, now is the time. There's never going to be a better deal, a better price. Also, if you're looking to explore and experiment with some of the sexiest fragrances, guys, you got to check out the travel sprayers. I will link to those down below as well. So step number 1 is to choose a stronger fragrance if you want it to last longer and project better. The second trick is to apply it to the hot spots, aka pulse points. You gotta hit the hot spots, gentlemen. There are areas on your super sexy body that are going to project your fragrance better than others. And the reason is because there are certain areas on our body that are actually a little warmer, little hotter. And the reason, veins and arteries running underneath the skin that are very close to the skin, and all the blood flow going right there heats up these areas. When the area is heated, boom, it projects the fragrance better. Here's a diagram. Here's a heat map of your body. As you can see, the areas in red are going to be the hot spots, or the pulse points that you want to apply to. All right, the yellow is going to be warm. They're good, not as good as red, but they're definitely better than green and blue. Prior to applying, we got to move on to the third trick, which is moisturize the spots. Never apply your super sexy signature scent to dry skin. The reason is because dry skin, it's dull. It's screaming and reaching out for moisture, right? You spritz on the good stuff and it's like, ooh, thank you. And bang, it soaks it in. Your skin takes it and it's like, this is for me, thanks. It does smell good. Too bad she won't ever be able to smell it, but she will if you moisturize your skin first. Gentlemen, it is critical for you to find a fragrance-free moisturizer. One of my favorites is Cetaphil, all right? It's super inexpensive, all right? Just a little bit. You don't need a ton of it. And then what I'd recommend is, depending on the pulse points that you choose, all you're going to do is moisturize the area on your body that you're going to be spraying and applying your super sexy signature scent. The reason why you want to make sure that you are using a fragrance-free moisturizer is you don't want competing scents, right? If you start layering fragrances like mountain oil, patchouli, lavender oil, lotion, underneath of your Creed Irish Tweed, you got like patchouli, mountain Irish Tweed. Exactly. It just doesn't work. Gentlemen, you want to go with no fragrance. This also is included in your deodorants. You want to make sure you're looking for a deodorant with a very mild fragrance. Once your pulse points are adequately moisturized, then it is time to move on to the fourth trick, which is multiple sprays. Now, in terms of how many sprays is going to be too much or not enough, a general rule I like to say, if you are using an EDP, pick 3. An EDT, go 4. And then you apply the 3 to 4 squirts to 3 to 4 different pulse points. So for me, I like to go neck, and wrist, all right? So it looks like this: 1, 2, and then 3. And then boop, a little boop, not a bang or a crush or a rub, which brings us to the fifth trick to make your cologne or signature scent last longer and project better. Don't rub, don't pat, let it chill. When we rub or pat or really give it the business, gentlemen, we're getting that fragrance to actually soak in. You also have a tendency to damage it, right? You want to let it just chill out and hang out. Because your pulse points are adequately moisturized, the fragrance is going to sit and hang out on top of the skin instead of soaking in, all right? When it's on top, it's just chilling. It's going to be allowed to project better and last longer. If you do these 5 things, your fragrance is going to last longer and project better. Now, as long as you don't break any of the fragrance rules, you'll be cool. If you missed the video I did talking about the 5 rules all men should follow to smell amazing, I'm going to link to that video down below. It is definitely worth your time because there's some dudes, some of you, making some serious fragrance mistakes. But seriously, you know, like the craziest thing when you smell something, it like takes you back to that time, that place, like Janice.